Alright, round one of our Mirrodin Darksteel 5th Dawn rough draft on Year of the Modern Flashbacks. This hand's reasonable. Lifespark Spellbomb, pretty much filler, in my opinion. We actually have our one can't be equipped creature and our one equipment in our opener. Little awkward. Green-white, eh? Come on, sack your Spellbomb, turn your planes into a creature. Oh! I was joking! It doesn't even have haste, does it? Oh my lord. I was totally kidding. No, you know, like when you say the least likely thing you could ever imagine, because for some reason you think it would be funny. That's exactly what I was doing there, and then our opponent did it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain. I would like to at least make the finals. A lot of people said last week on Rough Drafts was the first time we didn't make the finals since we've been doing the flashbacks, and a lot of people were disappointed because the ending gets spoiled. So, trying to figure out a way to fix that so you won't know the ending. And I figured the easiest solution is just to win every time. So if we always make it to the finals, hey, no problem. Well, even disregarding the land not having haste, Lifespark Spellbomb turning things into a 3/3 just doesn't seem good. Like, even if our opponent got in 3 damage there. Alright, destroys our equipment. Viridian Acolyte. 1/1, pay 1 and tap it at a mana of any color. Ooh, that was a good draw. Our Sorcerer, Pinger. So I think we're just going to shoot down that creature, because why not? And I wasn't laughing at our opponent, don't take it that way. I was just laughing because of how that situation played out and what I was saying. I'm assuming these old formats, I'm not very experienced with them, and I do Magic for a living, so I'm sure there's lots of people that are jumping into the queues just to see what the formats are like, and that's awesome. So if you're bad at the formats or it's your first time playing it, don't feel bad. I don't know how many years I spent being absolutely horrible at Limited before the light finally went on, and I'm still not great at Limited by any means, but I think I'm better than I used to be. I will say that much for myself. Average to maybe slightly above average, I don't know. I don't know. So, yes, I wasn't laughing at our opponent, so don't be offended. Our opponent's also getting stuck on lands, which is not helping their case. The green-white deck, I'm assuming being green, you probably have some big creatures. Also many equipments, apparently. So we're just going to start pinging. I think instead of switching the power and toughness on our mere quadrupod, we're going to play this Goblin War Wagon. Because then we can actually start just attacking with both, using 2 of our mana to untap Goblin War Wagon and 3 to make that a 4/1. And we should be able to close out this game really fast, hopefully before our opponent draws out of their mana troubles and plays something huge that we can't deal with. So how close are we to winning? We get in 1 attack next turn for 7, 2 pings, 8, 9. Puts our opponent to 9. And, well, I think we're going to have to ping that instead. Yeah, we're just going to ping that in response. No reason to let them start gaining life. Basically, 3 turns, I think. We might be able to do it in 2. But I think we might be just short of doing it in 2 turns. Yeah, we don't need to pay yet since it's already untapped. Oh, we drew a land. That actually helps. I think that makes it a 2-turn clock. Because we get to attack with both of these. Switch the power on our quadrupod. So we get in for 7. So we ping our opponent to 10. Ping our opponent after we untap to 9. Hit for... Yeah, so I think we just pass here. And... Do we even need to Shrapnel Blast? Put our opponent to 8? Yeah, I think we can just Barb Lightning our opponent. Or Shrapnel Blast. A Shrapnel Blast, it doesn't really matter. And then we should be able to win next turn. Pentad Prism. Actually said it correctly for once. Maybe our opponent is the 5-color deck of some kind? Alright, so let's shoot our opponent, and then, yeah, let's just Shrapnel Blast him. Sacking our Tree of Tails, puts our opponent to 5. Now, we ended up with a pretty good draw anyway. Untap Goblin War Wagon. Switch the power and toughness. Now, I guess we didn't even need to. We could have just pinged, but works either way. Attack with everything. Well, I don't think the Life Spark Spellbomb thing really hurt our opponent. I think the bigger issue was they just got stuck on lands. We're just going to run it back. Didn't really even see... Well, do we have anything that kills an equipment? No, not specifically. Alright, we'll run it back. Alright, game 2. Hopefully our opponent gets a better land draw this time. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's fine. Always with our Goblin Brawler. Forest. Go. Ooh. Well, that's a long way away from coming down, but it's pretty big. Pass the turn. Alright. Hey, 4th land. 4th land is solid. Gets us to our War Wagon. And then 5th land, we'll have Entwine, Barb Lightning, and Rain of Rust. Nourish. Oddly, that is a decent card against our burn plan. Normally, just Nourish is not very good, but a decent sideboard option, actually, in a strange way. Our opponent did see some burn in game 1, so it makes sense. Tell Jalad Wolf. When it gets blocked by an artifact, he gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Well, good news is our Goblin Brawler actually just shuts it down because of first strike. Although it would be bad if our opponent had a Test of Faith. That would be a blowout. I think we're in pretty good shape, though. I really like Entwine as an ability. Should bring that back. Choice is always good. Rain of Rust. Rain of Rust that's an expensive one. 9 mana to kill an artifact and a land. Whew. Play Apocalypse or something. Or not Apocalypse. Obliterate. Oh, the Life Spark Spellbomb. So our opponent has a flyer, which will be scary if they get equipment on it. Not too scary right now. What's the plan now? I guess we're just gonna... Sorcerer doesn't use all our mana. Let's just go with our Goblin War Wagon. Eventually, we'll be able to play this basically for free. Right now it costs 2 mana since we have 4 mountains. If we draw 1 more mountain, we can cast it for 1, which is a pretty good deal. No attacks. Hope our opponent doesn't get to equip up their Skyhunter Skirmisher? Prowler. With something. They do have a lot of equipment. We saw that. Yep. Take one in the air. Got a feeling our opponent eventually will play something huge too. And our mono red deck isn't that good at dealing with huge things. They're down to 1-0 cards. Alright. Alright. Already untapped. No need to pay. Now there's a mountain. We're pretty close to our magma giant blowing everything out. Let's... Do we even want to attack with Goblin Warwagon? If we're playing to Magma Giant, we probably don't want to keep playing creatures that die to Magma Giant. Now, let's just pass. I mean, Barb Lightning and Rain of Rust are instants. So let's just pass for now. See if we keep drawing lands. We might just hold off on playing anything else and try to get that Magma Giant down. Yeah, I'm fine with taking one. I don't even think we're going to cast anything. And unless we draw a creature that survives Magma Giant, we're... Ooh, another mountain. Alright. We will just keep passing. Leaving up our instants. Waiting for one more mountain. Then I'm pretty sure Magma Giant just wins us the game. Doesn't kill the Skyhunter Prowler. But it wipes out everything else, and we get to keep our Goblin Warwagon. And then after we play it, we can actually just play the Oxida Golem for free. I'm tempted just to kill that so it's off the battlefield. But then we're kind of wasting our Barbed Lightning. I don't think it matters. We can attack through it. Tangle Asp. Well, another creature that dies to Magma Giant. Come on, Mountain, for the blowout. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1. Rain of Rust. Alright, we'll keep being patient. Don't want to play anything else into our Magma Giant still. Guess we could, I don't know, hit a land. If they play an equipment or something, we'll kill it with Rain of Rust. I don't think it's worth just randomly hitting a land, though. Or Life Spark Spellbomb, for that matter. Probably should think about cycling that, since they're playing off the top of their deck. So, yeah. Oh, they're going aggro. Alright. Do we want to kill their land with Barb Lightning? Actually, I guess we have 2 Rain of Rust. Let's just kill it with Rain of Rust. That's a pretty decent trade, I guess, if they're going to attack with their land. So we don't really know how soon we will draw our 7th mountain. Could be a while, for all we know. So we don't want to get too low on life, because Magma Giant does do 2 to us. There it is. Woo! Alright. Well, I don't know how good Magma Giant is in the format, but it is really good at the moment. This is what you call blowout. So we lose our Brawler. Then we get to play our Oxida Golem for free. And we'll just swing with Oxida Golem. If we swing with Warwagon, they can actually just trade it for that Skyhunter Prowler, because we already have 2 damage on it, so I don't think it's worth it. And now I think we are firmly in control of this first round. And now we can kind of just empty our hand as well. Might just kill the Prowler just to get it off the battlefield. Can Barb Lightning, hit our opponent's face. Yep, sacks the Chromatic Sphere. Plays a land. Well, our opponent didn't get stuck on lands this time, so that's good at least. At least I got to play Magic this time. Although I think they actually played just as many permanents with 2 lands. So it's really weird draws for our opponent. The first game they played just a ton of equipment, and we haven't seen any of it this game. Alright. Time to bring the beats. Another mountain. Well, 8. Alright, yeah, let's just entwine this Barb Lightning. Get rid of the blocker. Swing with everything. And, yeah, I guess we'll play the Sorcerer. Well, so far so good. Think that this one's about locked up. Maybe this deck is really strong. Being monocolor is nice. Don't got to worry about mana issues and stuff. And that's the GG's from our opponent. So looks like we are moving on to round 2. Cool. Well, I don't know if it's a good card, but Magma Giant was awesome in that situation. And our deck ran pretty smoothly. So, alright, be back with round 2.